Washington's birthday is a United States federal holiday celebrated on the third Monday of February in honor of George Washington, the first President of the United States, who was born on February 22, 1732. It can occur on the 15th through the 21st of February inclusive. Colloquially, the day is also now widely known as President's Day and is often an occasion to honor the incumbent president and all persons who have served as president, not just George Washington. The day is a state holiday in most states, with official names including Washington's birthday, President's Day, and Washington's and Lincoln's birthday. Depending upon the specific law, the state holiday might officially celebrate Washington alone, Washington and Abraham Lincoln, whose birthday is February 12, or some other combination of U.S. presidents such as Washington and the third President Thomas Jefferson, who was born in April. Official state holidays. Although Lincoln's birthday, February 12, was never a federal holiday, nearly half of the state governments have officially renamed the Washington's birthday observances as President's Day, Washington and Lincoln Day, or other such designations. In historical rankings of presidents of the United States, Lincoln and Washington are frequently, but not always, the top two presidents. However, President's Day is not always an all-inclusive term and might refer to only a selection of presidents. In the following states and possessions, Washington's birthday is an official state holiday and known as using President. President's Day in Hawaii, New Mexico, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, South Dakota, Texas, Vermont, and Washington. President's Day in Alaska, Idaho, Maryland, Massachusetts, Nebraska, New Hampshire, Tennessee, West Virginia, and Wyoming. President's Day in Michigan, Nevada, New Jersey, and Oregon. Washington's birthday, President's Day in Maine. Lincoln, Washington, President's Day in Arizona. Washington alone. George Washington Day in Virginia. Washington's birthday in Illinois, Iowa, and New York. Washington and Lincoln. Lincoln's and Washington's birthday in Montana. Washington-Lincoln Day in Colorado, Ohio. Washington and Lincoln Day in Utah. Washington's and Lincoln's birthday in Minnesota. Washington and another person. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson birthday in Alabama. George Washington's birthday and Daisy Gatson Bates Day in Arkansas. Unspecified. The third Monday in February in California, and Lincoln's birthday is explicitly named as a separate holiday. Several states honor presidents with official state holidays that do not fall on the third Monday of February. In Massachusetts, the state officially celebrates Washington's birthday on the same day as the federal holiday. State law also directs the governor to issue an annual President's Day proclamation on May 29, John F. Kennedy's birthday, honoring the presidents with Massachusetts roots. Kennedy, John Adams, John Quincy Adams, and Calvin Coolidge. In California, Connecticut, Missouri, and Illinois, while Washington's birthday is a federal holiday, Abraham Lincoln's birthday is still a state holiday, falling on February 12 regardless of the day of the week. In New Mexico, President's Day, at least as a state government-paid holiday, is observed on the Friday following Thanksgiving. In Georgia, President's Day, at least as a state government-paid holiday, is observed on Christmas Eve, observed on the prior Thursday if Christmas falls on Saturday, observed on the prior Friday if Christmas falls on a Sunday. If December 24 is a Wednesday, then this holiday is observed on Friday, December 26. Similarly, in Indiana, Washington's birthday is observed on Christmas Eve or the day preceding the weekend if Christmas falls on Saturday or Sunday, while Lincoln's birthday is the day after Thanksgiving. History. George Washington was officially born on February 11, 1731, Old Style. At the time, the entire British Empire, including its North American possessions, were on the Julian calendar. The empire, not being bound to the Catholic Church, had not yet adopted the modern Gregorian calendar that Catholic countries had adopted in 1582. Consequently, by the 1730s, the Julian calendar used by Britain and the colonies was 11 days behind the Gregorian due to leap year differences. Furthermore, the British civil year began on the 25th of March rather than the 1st of January, so that dates in February, such as this one, belonged to the preceding year. See dual dating. In 1752, the British Empire switched to the Gregorian calendar. Since then, Americans born prior to 1752, including Washington, have typically had their birthdays recognized under what the birthday would have been under the Gregorian calendar, New Style dates. Since during the 1700s, February 11th under the Julian calendar would fall as February 22nd on the Gregorian, Washington's birthday has been generally recognized as February 22nd. The federal holiday honoring Washington was originally implemented by an act of Congress in 1879 for government offices in Washington, 20 Stat. 277, and expanded in 1885 to include all federal offices, 23 Stat. 516. As the first federal holiday to honor an American president, the holiday was celebrated on Washington's actual birthday, February 22nd. On January 1, 1971, the federal holiday was shifted to the third Monday in February by the Uniform Monday Holiday Act. This date places it between February 15 and 21, which makes the name Washington's birthday in some sense a misnomer, since it never occurs on Washington's actual birthday, February 22nd. A rough analogue of this phenomenon can be seen in Commonwealth realms, where the reigning monarch's official birthday is celebrated without regard to their actual date of birth. The first attempt to create a President's Day occurred in 1951 when the President's Day National Committee was formed by Harold Stonebridge Fisher of Compton, California, who became its national executive director for the next 2 decades. The purpose was not to honor any particular president but to honor the office of the presidency. It was first thought that March 4, the original inauguration day, should be deemed President's Day. However, the bill recognizing the March 4 date was stalled in the Senate Judiciary Committee, which had authority over federal holidays. That committee felt that, because of its proximity to Lincoln's and Washington's birthdays, 3 holidays so close together would be unduly burdensome. Citation needed. During this time, however, the governors of a majority of the individual states issued proclamations declaring March 4 to be President's Day in the respective jurisdictions. An early draft of the Uniform Monday Holiday Act would have renamed the holiday to President's Day to honor the birthdays of both Washington and Lincoln, which would explain why the chosen date falls between the two. But this proposal failed in committee, and the bill was voted on and signed into law on June 28, 1968, keeping the name as Washington's birthday. By the mid-1980s, with a push from advertisers, the term President's Day began its public appearance. In Washington's adopted hometown of Alexandria, Virginia, celebrations are held throughout the month of February.